Hey there, fellow YouTubers. This is Mean Van Mondo, the big tech guy, coming at you with another video. What I wanted to do is I wanted to put two pretty decent phones together, and one of them is more than beyond decent, and I believe you can figure out which one that is, okay? What I wanted to do is I wanted to put the LG G6 versus the LG Stylo 4, okay? Now, the LG G6 was released March of last year, and the LG Stylo 4 was released in June of this year. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you a side-by-side comparison really quick of what you're going against, because ideally they're in the same price range. Now right now, like I did on my last video, I'm just letting you guys know the reason why I'm kind of boasting the LG G6. For one, because of the camera. The camera is really impressive. It has a slow HDR recorder. It has a bunch of stuff on the camera that the LG Stylo 4 does not. Okay, now obviously the price point is going to matter of what you're going to want to pay. Now right now on Amazon, the LG G6 is going on sale right now for $377. Okay, now with the carriers, I'm not sure, and I believe probably some carriers within the next month or two are kind of probably discontinuing. But you know what? Sometimes you get a good deal on the on a decent phone, or on a way better phone than decent. Now this was the LG G6 was one of LG's flagship phones from last year, and sometimes kind of like a car. You walk into a dealership and you want a 2018, but man, they make you a good deal on a 2017. More than likely, you're probably going to want to take it. Okay, now this is the new model, the LG Stylo 4. Now, obviously, they come around the same price range, around the same, I want to say, Android type deal. What's that word I'm looking for? Same style, okay? Now the only difference with the LG Stylo 4 is the LG Stylo 4 has a kind of S Pen, kind of like the Samsung Galaxy Note. Stylus pen is what it's called. There you go. I found the word stylus, okay? But I did want to run down some specs for you, okay? Now, the main body glass for the the main body for the LG Stylo 4 is pretty much a metal body, along with the very little aluminum. So as you can see, it's a 6.2 screen. As you can see, when it's held up next to the LG G6, let me see, they're right next to each other, and they're both Type-C chargers. So you can see how much bigger the LG Stylo 4 is, because it has a high screen to body ratio out of the LG G6. The LG G6 still has a little bit of a bezel and has that kind of flat, not rounded edge like a lot of the phones are coming out now. A lot of people are choosing to go with that rounded edge. Now, I have a glass screen protector on the LG Stylo 4 right now. I still have this one in a plastic case because I don't want to get all my greasy fingers all over it, you know what I mean? You got that skin oil, so I'm going to wait to open this bad boy up, but I did want to show you a side-by-side comparison of what the phones ideally look like, and as far as what they seem side to side. The back of it, the LG G6 looks beautiful, and you can see the sticker still on the LG Stylo 4, and it only has a single camera, when the LG G6 has two cameras, and they have a wide angle and a close-up shot for the LG G6 when you got that 13 megapixel camera. So I think there's like two cameras in each one. Now both of them boast a 5 megapixel camera up front. They have your proximity sensors and everything. Now the one little small factor that I just noticed of the LG G6 that it didn't have was that G6 does not have any notification lights. It's a little light that has up here, and it has different lights. You have a green light, sometimes a red light to know when you gotta charge it or you've missed a call or something like that. The LG G6 does not boast that, and me personally, I kind of like that. I kind of liked having that little light flashing. I believe the LG V series didn't do it, but I think they did it on the V30. There's a couple phones out there that don't have it. I remember the LG, I think it was the LG, one of the bigger higher end phones in 2013 didn't have any service lights or notification lights, and I believe you can download apps for that nowadays. Like Samsung has the cool notification round edge type deal. I'm pretty sure there's an app that you can download for that, and if that's gonna be your deciding factor, then probably you're gonna want to stick with the LG Stylo 4. Okay, so I just want to give you a few more specs on it. Now, they're both IP68. They both have the fingerprint touch and everything. I believe the LG Stylo 4 only comes in black, and the LG G6 comes in silver black. The black is if you can find it, because like I said, it's pretty much going to be a discontinued phone within the next probably couple months. But hey, for $377, it's not bad. Now, here's the thing that I want to let you guys know. You got $377 versus $250. Now, when you run the specs on both of them, for another, let's say $120, $130, you can have a really good phone. Last year's flagship is not bad. Hey, if they offer me a good deal on a Ram 1500 from last year's model and I got decent payments and a decent deal on it, I think I'd take that, just for the fact that, hey, you're only going to be paying $15 a month, $10 a month if you get this high-end phone from last year. Now, this phone is from T-Mobile. This phone is from Metro PCS. Metro PCS, they had a deal, I don't know if they still have it, is where you walked into the store and they gave you $100 off a brand new phone, and they were promoting the LG Stylo 4 when you first walked in and paid for it and bought it and whatever, what have you not. So now, I just wanted to let you know a couple of things. The physical size is 6.2 inches for the LG Stylo 4 and it's 5.7 for the LG G6. Now the resolution is, now we're going to get to the good stuff where it makes you wonder whether you want the LG Stylo 4 or the LG G6. LG G6 being on this side, the silver phone, and it is a pretty nice decent phone. Okay, the resolution on the LG Stylo 4 is a 1080 by 2160 megapixel, while the LG G6 is a 1440 by 2880. The PPI, the pixel density, is 390 on the LG Stylo 4 and a 561 PPI on the LG G6. Now again, this is last year's phone, but it still has some impressive specs on it that some people probably still have and still use. I always liked the LG G series. I remember having the G4, and I remember wanting to get my hands on the G2, but the thing I hated about the G2 is it didn't have that micro SD slot at the time. Now, you have a bunch of stuff on the LG G6 that's going to set it aside from the LG Stylo 4, which is HDR support, scratch resistant glass, light sensors. You got a 13 megapixel camera on both phones. You got a dual LED on the LG G6, and you are running a second camera. That's why you got the two little cameras right here behind it on the LG G6, which makes it, it's going to be a 13 megapixel plus a 125 degree viewing angle. That is an f2.4 aperture, optical stabilization, autofocus, face detection, has a bunch of image sensors. You don't have that on the LG Stylo 4, okay? You have a bunch of resolution. You can go to 720, you can go to 1080p recording on the LG G6. Now you have time-lapse video, picture taking during video, recording, digital stabilization, digital image, video calling, video sharing on the LG G6. And on the LG Stylo 4, you only have picture taking, video light, video calling, video sharing. So it's not very much on the LG Stylo 4. So like I said, now we're getting to the focus and the nitty-gritty of what both of these phones have. You have a 5 megapixel on both cameras, front facing one. You have the wide angle 5 megapixel. Then you have the autofocus on the high dynamic range on the LG Stylo 4. They both I'm sorry, the LG Stylo 4 is boasting the Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, or the system chip I should say, while the LG G6 is doing the Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 along with the MSN Pro 8996. Now the processor is pretty impressive too. You got the quad-core processor on the LG G6 with the Cryo 64-bit, and you have the octa-core 18 megahertz RM Cortex on the LG Stylo 4. They're both pushing the Adreno 506 graphics processor, which makes it for a decent phone. Now, the system memory is again where the LG G6 is going to come out on top, and the LG G6 is boasting a 4 gigabyte RAM, and the LG Stylo 4 is pushing only a 2 gigabyte RAM. The gigabytes, they both go up to about 2,000 gigabytes, which I've never seen a 2,000 gigabyte SD memory card personally, and they both are boasting a 33 milliamp battery. The LG G6 has a little bit less talk time on the their end, because they're pushing a higher pixel density rate. They're pushing a bigger phone. This phone is, to me, like a small compact car with like a V8 engine in it. I mean, it really is boasting a lot of stuff on it. Now, there isn't much more that I can say, but I can show you a couple of things on it. and you forgive me the crudeness of the way that this review is going to go, my greasy hands, but like I say, you see my Autobot insignia on the LG Stylo 4 already. I haven't had much time to mess with the LG G6, but I am going to turn it on, and I'm going to let you guys see on how they both work here. And the way that they both work is they both, when you swipe across the screen, they both look really, really good. Okay, they both really, really look impressive. And I haven't put nothing as far as my own personal screensaver or anything on the LG G6 just yet. But let me see. I want to take a picture of something, or I want to show you something. Now this, let's see, something colored around here that I got. Okay, I got my trusty blade here, and with a little bit of color in it. So I want you guys to see on how well the color resonates on the cameras. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on both cameras really quick. I'm going to let you see on how well, if I can stabilize this right here, okay, and on how well, you know, the close-up range, it really, really looks good on the LG G6, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of that, okay, very close up so that you guys can see, okay? I'm going to do the same thing on the LG Stylo 4. Now this was just a random picture close up, and I wanted you guys to see, like I said, the best type of deal, or the best thing that I can do for now is let you guys see what I have. Let me see here. Okay, I'm having trouble with my LG G6. It's not responding to me very well, but that's just because the owner doesn't know how to use it just quite yet, you know. So let me see if I can get to my gallery really quick. Okay, here we go. So now I went ahead and put some stuff on there, and you can see, you know, for close-up cameras, or the pictures I just took, now you can see that one looks really good. And I took the same picture, I tried to take the same picture of a black knife with white under it, and like again, I don't have that fancy software that a lot of people have. Just want you to see how well the camera looks on the LG G6 versus the LG Stylo 4. Now, I know sometimes skin pictures, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two pictures really quick of my hand and let you see how well, and you can be the judge for yourself. I'm going to take the same picture. Okay, so how about, let's see here. Let me take a picture of a hand, my hand. Okay. On both of them. Let me do that really quick. I'm going to queue up both pictures. Now, okay, there's the picture of my hand, top of a black desk, and as you can see, now it's kind of hard to tell because the plastic's still around the LG G6, but you can see that it is slightly and a lot more brighter, a lot more rich, a lot more just a beautiful picture all out in the front. It really, really looks good, and you can tell the way that the hand sits, and you know, you got the reflection of the light. So if I just move them in a little bit more, you see how you can tell the skin tone of you know, my skin tone, you know, on the LG G6 pretty natural. This one looks a little redundant, a little not too bright, a little I want to dare say just fake if you ask me. But I'm not downplaying this camera phone or this phone at all. The LG Stylo 4, like I said, one of my first videos I ever did was a very, 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 very good phone for the price point of, I believe I paid $137 out the door, and you can bet that, you know, you're going to get your money's worth with either of these two phones. I just wanted to put this video out there because, again, the LG G6 is selling for about $377 on Amazon. This one is selling for $250. I believe T-Mobile has it. They're both great phones, but you know what? In my opinion, you pay another couple $100 and you get yourself a better, way better last year's flagship phone for the price it is before it goes where they don't sell it no more or they discontinue it. You know what I mean? So I just want to show you these two videos really quick. You can see the sides, everything. Let me turn off and make these phones go to sleep. Okay, so I turn that one off. Turn that one off. The back of them look great. You know, side by side, they look good. They feel good in your hand. Both of them feel pretty nice. Obviously, the LG Stylo 4 feels bigger. It feels good in your hand because it's a pretty big phone. One-handed use seems pretty decent. Look at me leaving my freaking my fingerprints on the phone. But remember, I have a glass screen protector on this one. I still had a plastic that came out stock on the phone of the LG G6. Now, they both feel good in your hand, but this one feels like it's going to be really good for the one-handed use. You know. When you turn them to the side, you're obviously going to get more of a better and a bigger screen with the 6.2 for the LG Stylo 4. But you know what? Sometimes, sometimes bigger isn't necessarily better. You know, you got that bezel. You're going to have the high screen ratio on the LG G6, and they're almost identical. So for a few inches, you're going to just pay for a little less, but you have a very, very high pixel density on the LG G6 versus the LG Stylo 4. Both phones are great in my opinion, but for the price point of $377, you can't beat that. LG Stylo 4 is good, and it's like I said, I don't know if it's with all carriers right now, but as you can see, the phones are on. They're both fully bright screens. Now again, right now, the only thing I don't like about the LG G6 is that kind of notification light, or service lights, I should say. LG Stylo 4 and a lot of other phones have it. I think the LG 7 has it. So there you go, boys and girls. I just wanted to let you know and get that video out there. LG Stylo 4 versus the LG G6. Hope you like my videos. Make comments, subscribe to my channels. I'm going to try and put out as much tech as I can. I'm going to put video games on there, everything that I can that's going to be tech related. If you guys have any questions, feel free to submit them, and I'll try and answer a couple of questions as best as I can. I did answer a few questions for a couple other people, and I hope you guys are happy with it. So I just want to put this video out there. You guys have yourself a good day, night, whatever you guys are doing right now on YouTube. Have a good one, and I will see you on the next video. You guys have a good one. See you till next time, all right?